Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello, guys. Welcome to Global Happenings Today. We have a trending news here for you, and the headline of the news reads: Omotekun said to get more empowered with these proposed laws, AG says. But before we continue with details of the news and the further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish videos on YouTube. All right, let's look at the news in detail.
The legal framework being drafted by the Attorney General will contain the mandate of Amotekun. The mandate is very crucial and that will be clearly stated. Then, the administrative structure, particularly as it relates to the issue of accountability, and their power, particularly as it relates to that of the arrest. Power of arrest is not new. All our non-conventional forces have the power of arrest. What is important is that when they arrest, what happens to those that they arrest? The way Amotekun will work is that if they see a crime that is being committed, they will have to inform the national security forces like the police. Where that is not possible, they can arrest and hand over such a person to the security agencies. Fapohunda, who said Amotekun across the different state commands, will be working in collaboration, said the law would also spell out the relations among Amotekun in the 6 southwestern states. He stated there is going to be a clear provision on how they are all going to cooperate. The issue of funding is also crucial, where we are going to be getting money from and how the state government should be funding them. He went further to say that those are some of the issues that will be contained in the proposed bill. The relationship with the conventional security agencies is an important component. The approach that we are taking is that of community policing. The whole concept is going to fit within the framework of community policing. That is one of the areas that the governors agree with the IG. Fapohunda said there will still be consultation among the Southwest Attorney Generals with a view to producing virtually similar laws in the state. He said we are working on it, but don't forget that we are going to consult. Our own version will be ready. We are now going to look at other versions and see whether we can be inspired by what other versions have. Ultimately, it is about having a law that when you see the Ekiti State Amotekun law, you look at the Oyo State Amotekun law, you see that there will be similarities. We are not warming up to enact a law on our own. We just want to make sure that ours is ready, and when others are ready, we are all working within the limited time frame. Then the Southwestern AGs, that's Attorney Generals, will meet again and review where we are. In fact, what we have actually as a proposal for the meeting is that Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti are the ones that are leading the drafting of the Amotekun model laws. What we have been doing since Thursday is just to get our own ready, putting together our thoughts on what we want to see in the law, given the Ekiti State experience. Fapohunda said that the model bill will be the template that the 6 member states will fashion their laws after, taking into consideration the peculiarities of individual states. He said what we want to do is to look at the best of all the bills and pick a template that we can all adopt. We will adopt one that is common to all of us. Individual states have their own issues, so we will have a model law that can serve as pilot, that will meet the minimum standard of effectiveness in response to citizens' concern and, of course, respect for citizens' rights. Once we have that minimum standard, the law will be unique, but will be responsive to the peculiarities of each state. The agenda is that the law must respond to the concerns of crime, safety, and security, and at the same time meet and respect the citizens' rights. When we agree on the template, the 6 states will have harmonized law, but with variations in respect to circumstances of the member states, as the Attorney General said. On his part, the chairman of the Southwestern Governors Forum and Ondo State Governor, Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu, said Operation Amotekun will be based on the community policing arrangement. The governor, who spoke through his special advisor on security matter, Alhaji Jimoh Dojumo said, "As it is now, we are good to go. Any moment from now, the operation will start. We are commencing our recruitment any moment from now, in line with the government position. We have involved the State House of Assembly. The Attorney General is also involved. We have concluded on that everything will be in line with the community policing arrangement." The Director General Development Agenda for Western Nigeria, Seyi Oyeleye, said the Southwest Attorney Generals will meet on February 6 on the Amotekun bills. Oyeye said Commission will not want to preempt the outcome of the document being put together by the Attorney General. "We are all sure that by that date we would have a proper position. Things are moving fine on Amotekun. I want to assure you that things have been moving smoothly on Amotekun since inception. Some people are just making noise about what they do not know," he said.
All right, thank you very much. And this is a great one for Amotekun. But one of the things that I greatly fear right now is the fact that the federal government may want to translate Amotekun to becoming a part of their dream community policing policy. That's to be a part of it. They want to, adopt it and see how they can make it, community policing stuff. But the main reason why we had to bring this news is the fact that if you go down our feed, you see you see a news that has to do with community policing, which the federal government had already sent out memo via the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria. They already sent out memo that they should start commencement of recruitment, that they should start recruiting people between the ages of 21 and 50 in all over Nigeria. And the purpose of this for me is to see how other regions can be hauled such that they cannot have also a regional a policing outfit, a regional security outfit that will combat crime. And they try to state clearly what they're going to do. And what they stated there was just like a person who is out there to just resolve dispute, conflict. And it, for me, doesn't drive, because the main reason why these 6 states in the Southwest came together and said, let's have a security outfit. The reason was because the rate of what is happening in Nigeria is going overboard, especially in terms of crime, in terms of robbery. And another thing that had made them to take that decision, which from series of informations that we have heard, is the fact that they are strangers who are invading different states, who may not, and whom you may not really know who they are. And why it's like becoming so obvious is the fact that even a common Nigerian who walks down the street doesn't even have an ID card to identify himself with. So you see this kind of guys, for example, in Lagos. I think we have that news. We're going to be bringing it soonest to you. Now, there are this group of guys in Lagos who are parading themselves. No one can really identify them. They are, say they are Fulani guys and all of that. They drive bike and they ride bike, they have created some level of menace around, Lagos metropolis, which, any government that hear about these guys will not be comfortable. And sometimes when the police get involved, in one occasion like that, when I was, reading, there was this guy who was halted, the police stopped him and they wanted to confiscate his bike. And before they knew, he said they saw a crowd of, people who are riding by, who are speaking the same language, coming from somewhere. And the next thing, they rounded up the police. The police had to walk away from them. So you realize that this set of people are coming in to Nigeria on a daily basis, and there are no restrictions for them. Nobody can hamper them. They are entering the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, and they have to be stopped. They have to be stopped. I read all of this on the papers. They have to be stopped. Now, if we keep on shutting our mouth and allowing this kind of people, it therefore means we are not secure. That's why some states require a particular security outfit that they themselves can regulate. And if you look at some of the job description of, the police, community policing, it's not so much of fighting crime or criminals. It's something that, by the time, because imagine you've been sent out as a police and there's no gun, you don't have anything to fight with and all what is, hey, stop fighting us, you're controlling traffic and all of that. That can be done by any volunteer, anybody can do it. But what is most important is the issue that is on ground. We are seeing strangers around us. We don't even know who they are. They are invading our local government, invading our states, and we need to stop their own activity. And I want to also use the opportunity to say, as much as we can, let Nigerians be easily identified. In Nigeria, we don't have ID card. It's not even important. Imagine the ID cards that was it national NIB. Okay, you brought out NIB up till today. They had copy
5 years ago.
5 years ago. I'm still with my paper slip.
It's not ready.
And you keep going there and you hear them telling you bullshit and all of that.
It's not ready.
Why? Nigerians need to be identified. Whereby you see somebody on the road, he doesn't just, hey, can we see your ID card, your national ID card? And then you can pick up the national ID card, insert it into a particular machine that will tell you exactly the time the person registered and all of that, his addresses, his parents, and all of that. It has to happen like his blood group, his genotype, and all of that. That's how it should be. But hey, in Nigeria, we don't have it. So the issue of just saying community policing, they'll be doing administrative work, they'll be resolving some community conflict. They'll be it's nothing to me. It's absolutely it's not really okay. What we need people who will combat crimes full time. Who will be there to feed the police with information? Certain set of people are about to invade our area, and we know they are from here. We can go to there. This is where they are, and the next thing, drive their cars, go there. Their appearance should bring fear to the entire environment. Just like these guys have done. Provide enough legal, legalize the activities, such that you can stop them from doing what they ought not to do, Just make sure you regulate them very well. They are still under the supervision of the police, but let them be controlled by the states, not by the federal government, because control by federal government, thus far, it has not worked so well. So that's just it. Now, these guys have been given the right, at least they can arrest. The other guys don't have the right to arrest. I'm talking about the proposed community policing policy. If you check it, they don't have the right to arrest culprits. But this one, there's how you walk into a particular situation and it looks so horrific. And if you waste time, the culprits are going to escape. You get a hold of them. And getting a hold of them requires them to go with 1 or 2 weapons to help protect themselves. Yes. Because imagine you having to run into thieves who have made away with people's bike or made away with people's car or threatening people or standing by one particular, and you're just driving your car. The next thing you see them, you say, we are here to arrest you. They will kill you. They will shoot you dead. So the main thing is, hey, this guy should be equipped enough to go out there and front Nigeria very well.
I could still remember the story in Ondo State. This was actually a true life story. The Fulani herdsmen invaded a man's farm. He felt bad. They injured him. Messed up his farmland. So after injuring him, he ran to the nearest police station in Ondo State. They're one of the communities there. 2 policemen followed him. Actually, 1 policeman followed him the first instance. Luckily for him, they still met the herdsmen with their cows around. By the time the policeman tried to, after he said, is it true, they did some verification, Fulani herdsman finally, with his verification, found out that it was true, as in they actually did injure the man, they injured him. Guess what? The Fulani herdsmen were not sorry at all. They removed the dagger they had. The other one cocked his gun. The policeman and the man had to run for their dear life. Policeman, Ekelebe, ran for his life. By the time they bring the second policeman around, they had already seen enough. There were no more 1, there were more than 10 of them. So with Cock and one of them was carrying this kondo lokpa. There's this stick that policemen used to carry if they don't want to carry gun. Mm-hmm. By the time the guy came with his stick and saw the AK-47 bubbles are carrying, nobody told him, say, guy, sorry, we'll see in the station. They just take heart. You have seen it now. You have seen it. These people are more than us. That was what ended it. The man ran back to his community. I'm talking about Ondo State. Ran back to his community. They didn't talk. The young boys didn't talk. They gave the herdsmen 2 days. It was the youth that drove away the herdsmen themselves. Yeah. And of course, they didn't drive them with ordinary hand. They didn't go because herdsmen will not run with ordinary. For what? They drove them with everything they have in their body.
Yes.
But that's what we are trying to say. Amotekun, you can't tell them to begin to say, I arrest you. Are you arresting them in the name of Jesus? I'm arresting in the name of Jesus. I arrest in the name of Allah. You're joking. If you want to arrest a criminal, let him know you're not joking.
Exactly.
So how does he know that you're not joking? It's the weapon
when
you hold.
Have what is more than what is.
Yes, that's when he will know you're not joking.
This one, some of them are with daggers, some of them with knives, and you're going to with bay mouth because say I have been authorized by the Nigerian government to arrest you. How? When some of them are very aggressive. How?
So these are the things we are looking at. But he said something unique though. He said if there is a police station around, they can hand over to the police.
Exactly.
But in the exception where there is none, he said go ahead and do the arrest. I'm trusting that it won't just be arrest. They will also empower them with ammunitions, because where Nigeria is going, we need a lot of Amotekuns in all regions.
Exactly. Not police. Exactly. I respect the federal government, their community police policies and all of that, and the step they're about to take. But hey, please, we need ones that are forget about all these things that is the police, community policing, and all of that. It's still going to end up a joke. Some of them they say they will be doing administrative work. Is that the reason for community policing? To do administrative work? Guess what? Nigerians are very wonderful people. First of all, maybe by the time the police come, that's they recruit those guys and they start work. Just give them a period of time. They'll get used to these guys. As far as they know, they are not with ammunition. They'll get used to them and be giving them drink, giving them baraga. Before you know, very normal people.
Street boys.
In front of them, they will be burning people. They won't say anything. Those are the things we're talking about.